Hey everyone, how's it going? Got some books to actually review, starting off with Saga number 13, which I'm really excited that it's back with this cover. Um, in this issue, it's been a few weeks since Marco's father has passed away, and now the family, with Aliana and baby Marco and the mom now, they're headed to another planet to look for a guy named D. Oswald Heist. He's the author of the book, of their favorite book that was written, and so they're headed to find him. And in the process, you also have the bounty hunter and Gwendolyn, who are now stuck on a planet and trying to get the ship repaired so they can go after Marco and them. Um, but oh god, I forgot her name. But the spider lady, like the hunter is imagining that the spider woman. Oh, this lady right here is just imagining her in his head and just talking, and she's telling him that, you know what, you're in this paradise of a planet, you should stay here, you should stop bounty hunting, or you're gonna end up dead like me and everybody else, and you should just hook up with Gwendolyn and adopt the child that you have, the slave girl, and just stay and just have a happy life. Until Gwendolyn, of course, walks and you know tells him, hey, why are you screaming, and Gwendolyn, of course, calls the little girl, the slave girl. You woke up the slave girl by talking. And the hunter is like, you know what? She's not a slave. And no, and that's not her name. Her name from now on is going to be Sophia. Marco, Aliana, and the mom actually land on the planet. And it's the planet that they were originally on. Seems like when it first started, to find the guy they're looking for, the author, and then it ends, of course, with Gwendolyn and the hunter here. So I've never been disappointed with Saga, and this was just another great issue. My next one is the final issue of Batman Incorporated number 13. I haven't followed Batman Incorporated since Robin died in issue 8. That's where I started picking it up. But I guess I'm gonna go pick up the first 7 anyway, so I can have my whole entire collection, a collection of this. So I'm not going to do that. But it's the battle between Talia and Batman that happens, and of course, the Commissioner Gordon actually arrests Bruce Wayne and takes him in and starts questioning, like, what happened to Batman? What happened to your son? Why do you look like this, all beat up and everything? So that's where Bruce starts talking to the Commissioner. Doesn't tell him that he's Batman, but he says, what, I've supported Batman Incorporated for a reason. We did this, and on and on and on. So the battle, of course, is continuing with Talia and Batman. As the battle continues, Talia actually poisons Batman because the blade that she was using here shatters and it just hits Batman, and of course he gets poisoned. Jason Todd actually comes in dressed as Batman and tells him, tells Talia, here, you can have this mechanism, and in trade of the antidote. So Talia gives Batman the antidote. Jason gives Talia the detonator, and of course it doesn't detonate because Jason and his team already disarmed the bomb. So Batman, of course, drinks the antidote and he gets up, and of course he's fine. He's recovered from it. But Bronze Tiger, no, just kidding, Kathy Kane, who actually, so Talia and Batman are, of course, talking, going at it, but of course Batman can't kill anybody. He's not a killer. So Kathy Kane actually comes in and shoots Talia right in the middle of the head, right here. And Batman is shocked because Batman thought that Bronze Tiger killed her. But of course, she's an agent, so she just disappeared. And then, while Bruce Wayne is, of course, under arrest and being questioned, Gordon gets a note saying that the government just shut down the whole investigation and Mystery Woman cleared Bruce Wayne's bail. So he's free to go. And you can tell by this that Gordon kind of knows Bruce Wayne is Batman, but he has his own theories, and he said that's my theory to keep to myself. And towards the end, you see that the coffin actually of Talia and Damien is gone, and then you have a Talia's father, Reza Ghul, I hope I'm saying that right. He's of course now just hell bent on making Batman's life a living hell. I mean, he is gonna get his revenge for the death of his daughter and of course Damien, and he said, I will have my revenge. I will rise the army grown in darkness. So he's gonna get, and then towards the end he says, rise, sons of Batman, rise. So he's got all these little Damiens being made, and and is ready to start his army. I really think that Damien is not dead. I think he really is alive, and I think the Damien that died is pretty much a clone. That is gonna pop up probably later on, saying, "Hey, guess what? I'm the real Damien." And the one that died wasn't the real Damien. That's what I think. But again, I could be wrong because it could be, I mean, look at this. There's like little Damiens all over the place here. But yeah, so to me, it was a good issue. It was a good end, I guess, till the new one comes out. I think it's next week or in 2 weeks. So yeah. Next issue is going to be the Uncanny X-Men number 10. Now, between All New X-Men and Uncanny X-Men, I've been enjoying All New X-Men a lot, actually, more than Uncanny X-Men. But this was a really good issue for me because in this issue, of course, the training is happening between the mutants at Cyclops' headquarters. But Magneto is actually talking to Shields of, the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's actually talking with Dr. Hill. And, she wants where Cyclops is and the headquarters so they can go arrest him. And Eric is not willing to give it up, but he is trying to help them in some ways. Or he's just trying to help Cyclops, so he can take information to Cyclops, and let him know what the S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing. But in reality, Dr. Hill actually always invades because Eric asks, why are your Avengers there before we are there? Or they know exactly where our pinpoints are. So there's no trust between them. So Dr. Hill is like, you know what, I'm done. There's no trust between us. You can deal with Dazzler. And this is where Dazzler comes in. And the coolest thing was that there's a crowd in University of Michigan, right here. And these are all X-Men mutant. These are like all humans who love the mutants and, are supporting Cyclops. And they're saying, Cyclops, got the powers to make this world better. And then after everything happened, he still tries to make this world better. And we all love the mutants. We can all work together. And these are people this is one guy who's just speaking, saying, we're here to support Cyclops, and you're Cyclops, you're not alone. We're all here to support you and help you, and we believe. So Cyclops sees it as an opportunity to actually transport to Michigan. He grabbed the speaker and just started telling everybody, thank you, and on and on and on. And that's where, towards the end, a new kind of Sentinel comes up. So to me, I really enjoyed this issue, and I said in a couple of my videos that I'm not going to collect any Uncanny X-Men anymore, but issues like this, if they keep on pumping it out, I'm going to continue collecting. Next one is The Phantom Stranger. number 11, which is a tie-in to Trinity War that I picked up. Trinity of Sin, Pandora, number 2, which I picked up, and in this issue, of course, Pandora is hell-bent on trying to have this box opened. So her journey continues to find out who has the power to do that. Supergirl number 23. The only reason I picked up is this is I think the first introduction to the Cyborg Superman, and I've always been intrigued by this character, so I always know like who created him and everything, and this is the issue that starts everything, the origin of Cyborg Superman, which is pretty cool. In this issue, of course, Supergirl is infected and she's dying, if she's dying, of course. So Cyborg Superman takes her to his lab, and he needs to know who he is, the Cyborg Superman, what his origin is, and who he is, and all that stuff, and where he came from, and he needs that memory. But when he did that, he grabbed Supergirl, imprisoned her, took her, of course, and he doesn't want to harm her or kill her. He just wants to know who he is, and in process to probably, I think, to save her life also. Now, I haven't collected Supergirl. This is my first time actually, second time actually collecting it, getting this issue from the Supergirl series. So I really don't know how Supergirl infected. But anyway, so Cyborg Superman starts this thing, rips her skin into dust, and then seems like that he put everything that he ripped inside him, to like the whole memory, everything inside him. So when the Cyborg Superman does wake up, and the guy's asking him, "Are you okay?" Because your creator is here, and the creator is this thing right here. He's the creator of, I'm assuming, Cyborg Superman. But anyway, when Cyborg Superman does wake up, he says, "My name is Zor-El. I am Kira's father." Then he realizes, "Sweet Rio, what have I done?" So this is the Cyborg Superman when he wakes up. And the next issue is going to be, the next storyline is going to start in the stunning origin of Supergirl's killer in next month, Action Comics 23.1, featuring Cyborg Superman, which I'm definitely already ordered my 3D copies of almost every DC issues. So I know I'll be getting them, so I'm excited about that. My last one is Thief of Thieves number 16. Awesome title, awesome issue, as always. In this issue, of course, the son is captured by the people that actually hired the Redman to do the job. And he's just rotting in this back of this truck right here. I mean, he just looks like shit right here. Naked and just rotting. And of course, one of the guys gives him water, but after he said, "I need more water," so the guy just pees on him, which would be, it's just like, wow. So Redman gets his house, gets everything back to, together, the people he needs, and starts coming up with a game plan and see who he's dealing with. And the person thereafter to go steal all this stuff is from, he is the actual real godfather of all the Italian mafia that Redman is going to be facing or stealing from. And that's why Redman's like, we have to make sure that we make it look like the cartels did it. The detective, she's now where Redman is, and one of the cops, or one of the captains, what's his name? Captain Valent, he actually greets her at the airport. And he looks like a person that you cannot trust, and he's working for the mafia or something like that. So he's showing her around, telling her what hotel she should go to, and and trying to show her that he can be trusted. And so she decides to go to to sabotage his apartment. She tells Valent to take her. So they head there, and it looks like that the door has been broken or something, and she kicks the door in, and the place is, you know, kind of trashed. And when she bends over to pick up a book or frame, she takes out this R kind of envelope and opens it up, and it's a map. And that's where a phone call happens, where the Sabatani and the Redmen, you know, the Sabatani is giving valid information to the Redmen in the U.S. So it was an awesome issue, and I can't wait for the next one to come out. And love the cover. It's like the very first issue when it came out, just without the girl. Alright guys, so those are my reviews for this one. I have like this stack of books to review still, and I mean to read. Alright guys, have a good one and take care.